Imagine the deepest place on Earth. Not a mountain peak, not a desert, not even the polar ice caps, but a thin scar in the Pacific Ocean floor, almost 11 kilometers below the waves. To reach it, a submersible has to descend through layer after layer of darkening water for nearly 4 hours. The temperature drops to just above freezing. The pressure climbs higher than any human-made device above the surface would ever need to face. By the time it lands on the bottom, the small vehicle is being squeezed by the equivalent weight of 50 jumbo jets stacked on every square meter of its hull. This is the Mariana Trench, the deepest part of the ocean, and one of the least visited places in the known universe. Welcome back to Abyss Unknown. In this episode, we descend into the deepest scar on the planet, a place so far down that fewer humans have stood on it than have walked on the surface of the moon. We will see how the Mariana Trench was formed, how 3 brave teams across 60 years managed to reach the bottom, what really happens to a human body at pressures of over 1,000 atmospheres, what kind of life has been found surviving down there, and why an inflatable plastic bag found in 2018 may be one of the most disturbing discoveries in modern oceanography. The Mariana Trench lies in the western Pacific Ocean, east of the Mariana Islands, and not far from the islands of Guam and Japan. It is a long, narrow crescent in the seafloor, about 2,550 kilometers long, formed where one tectonic plate is sliding beneath another in a process called subduction. The Pacific plate, slowly grinding under the smaller Mariana plate, has carved out the deepest known point on Earth, a section at the southern end called the Challenger Deep, which reaches almost 11,000 meters below sea level. That is more than 2.5 kilometers deeper than Mount Everest is tall. Humans first reached the bottom of the Mariana Trench in 1960. Swiss oceanographer Jacques Piccard and United States Navy Lieutenant Don Walsh climbed into the bathyscaphe Trieste, a kind of underwater submarine designed by Piccard's father and descended for nearly 5 hours. At the bottom, in absolute darkness, they reported seeing a flatfish-like creature swim past their porthole, suggesting that life could exist even at the deepest place in the ocean. For more than 50 years, no human went back. Then in 2012, film director James Cameron piloted a one-person submersible called the Deep Sea Challenger to the bottom alone, the first solo descent in history. And starting in 2019, businessman Victor Vescovo and his team made repeated visits in their limiting factor submersible, finally mapping the trench in modern detail. The numbers at the bottom of the Mariana Trench are hard to imagine. The Challenger Deep sits at about 10,935 meters below the surface. The pressure there is approximately 1,071 atmospheres, more than 1,000 times the pressure you feel at sea level right now. The water temperature stays around 1 to 4 degrees Celsius year-round, just barely above freezing. There is no sunlight at all. The light from the brightest sun cannot penetrate beyond 1,000 meters of clear ocean water. So for the final 10,000 meters of the descent, there is only absolute black. An unprotected human dropped into that environment would be crushed flat in under a second. The whole body would simply collapse inward, with no liquid able to resist the squeeze. And yet, even at the bottom of the Mariana Trench, there is life. In 2017, scientists confirmed a small translucent fish called the Mariana snailfish, swimming around at about 8,178 meters down. Their bodies look almost gelatinous, with no swim bladder, no scales and proteins, specially designed to keep their cells from breaking apart under crushing pressure. Below the snailfish live giant amphipods, small shrimp-like crustaceans that have grown to the size of small dogs because of an evolutionary effect called gigantism. There are also bacteria that feed not on sunlight or organic matter, but on the chemicals seeping up through the seafloor, the same kind of chemistry-based life found at hydrothermal vents thousands of kilometers away. Despite 60 years of exploration, the Mariana Trench remains one of the least known places on the planet. As of today, fewer than 30 people have ever reached the bottom, about half the number of people who have walked on the surface of the moon. The full length of the trench has still not been mapped to the same resolution as the surface of Mars. Some sections of its floor have never been seen by a human or a camera. And yet, on his 2018 descent, Victor Vescovo found a plastic shopping bag and candy wrappers lying among the mud at almost 10,000 meters down. A small, ugly confirmation that our pollution has already reached even the deepest scars of the ocean. The Mariana Trench matters for more than just its depth records. Studying it has given us crucial insight into how tectonic plates recycle the Earth's crust. The Haddle Zone, the layer below 6,000 meters where the trench lives, is now believed to be one of the most active microbial habitats on the planet, even though it looks empty. New extremophile bacteria from the trench are being studied for medicines, industrial enzymes, and even materials that can survive deep space. Understanding life under 1,000 atmospheres helps astrobiologists imagine what life might look like on the icy moons of Jupiter and Saturn, where similar high-pressure oceans may exist beneath frozen surfaces. There is something both humbling and quietly inspiring about the Mariana Trench. It is the place farthest from the sun anyone has ever been, the highest pressure environment any human has ever survived, and yet life is there. Snailfish drift gently. Amphipods crawl across mud. Bacteria thrive at the edges of cracks, venting hot chemicals. The deepest scar in the planet's skin still holds living things, doing nothing more dramatic than continuing to exist. The pressure tries to flatten them. They refuse. The cold tries to slow them. They keep going. The dark tries to erase them. They are still there. If this dive to the deepest place on Earth made the ocean feel a little bigger to you tonight, hit subscribe to Abyss Unknown. Every week we explore another corner of the deep that you would not believe is real. Up next, the giant squid, the legendary kraken, the creature whose existence took humans almost 100 years to confirm with a single photograph. The abyss is waiting.